You do. Oh, you like Pedro too.
I'd do Pedro. I'd like him. Yeah. Maybe he'd be into a little. He might be into a little bit of a throuple. What do you think?
Anyway, moving on.
Did you see him in that black top?
Yes, with his arms out.
Woo!
Oh my gosh!
Woo!
Stop it,
Daddy. What?
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alexis Blake.
And I'm Liam Blake.
And this is episode 35 of our podcast, The Blake Debate. Welcome. If you're listening as well to us on Spotify, wherever you can listen to podcasts, hello.
Hello,
Thank you for joining us today. So, what are we talking about today, babe?
I don't know. This is your episode today. You've decided that you're going to lead this one.
Do you know what? I think this one's going to be quite interesting because our worlds are overlapping.
Oh.
So obviously, as many of you know, I'm a trans woman. Liam is a gamer nerd. Don't do the shocked thing. So
I am a big gamer.
So obviously our worlds are very different.
Or am I a gamer?
Both. So we have a lot of separate interests. Liam has his area right next to me here with all his gaming setup. I have my beauty stuff that I love and blah, 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 blah.
And what have I been playing on all week?
Mario on his new Nintendo PlayStation Portal.
You know what it's called? What is it called?
Your Game Boy Color.
My Nintendo Switch 2.
Your Nintendo DS.
Right, you know what that is because you probably played on them. She goes on like she's not a gamer, but you have played some.
When I was younger, I played some. Anyway, sorry.
No, but what did you promise me? You promised me you're going to play some Mario Party with me now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard this. This is my evidence.
So, what's going on? How have our worlds kind of overlapped? In a sense that there is a rumour going round that Hunter Schafer will be playing Zelda in the popular video game franchise that has been turned into a movie, The Legend of Zelda.
I used to think when The Legend of Zelda, when I was a kid, I used to think The Legend of Zelda, the boy was called Zelda.
Really?
Yeah, but the boy's called Link in the story. So
well, I've never played.
No,
but I know Zelda
I have.
is. Anyway. It was all a lot of sort of like fans creating
speculation and stuff.
This is what I'm showing you now.
Right.
Can we just take a second?
Okay, looks like Zelda immediately.
It literally, I think that's where people were drawing the conclusions from. A lot of it was hearsay. It has, we'll go into it.
Do you remember the band Hearsay?
Oh, Liam,
They didn't last very long.
I do.
What was the song? Pure and simple. Was it something like that? It's pure and simple.
That sounded really good.
Yeah, I'm such a good singer.
So, a little bit about Hunter Schafer, if you didn't know, because I've not heard lots about her, to be completely honest. So, she's born in 1998. She is, in fact, a trans woman. Born and raised in New Jersey, and then her career spans from modelling for every single major fashion designer possible, and then moving.
So she's got quite a good repertoire.
Oh my gosh, we're talking all the major houses. She's really like.
What, like Game of Thrones?
No,
Harry
like
Potter?
that, like the fashion houses.
Oh, right. Okay.
She made her acting debut as a transgender high school student, Jules Vaughn, in the HBO teen drama television series Euphoria in 2019. She got critical praise for it. She has since starred in films like The Hunger Games, The Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes, and Cuckoo. So she is, in her own right, an established
artist, actor, actress.
Yeah. So for me, I just spat.
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it
fly
fly out of your mouth. We might do a slow motion grab on that.
No, please don't. So for me, I'm like, yeah, cool. That she looks like the character. If that's what they're going for, that makes sense. The internet has had some stuff to say. Oh. Have you seen some of it?
I haven't, no.
You've really not done any research of today's
Do you know
video.
what? Because you said you wanted to lead this episode, so I've let you. I've been doing research. I've been gaming all week.
You've been gaming. So that's the thing. He's been gaming all week.
That's my research.
Moving a little bit. You're really not almost
Am
out
I not
the
in
shop.
shop? Okay.
You're in the shop, but you know,
right,
there we go. So I've read a few articles online. I've seen a few videos. We're not going to show the negative videos. We're going to show the positive videos today because we're going to do some reacting.
Yeah, because we
want to keep it more positive.
We've had a few weeks of
negativity,
haven't we? Not on here necessarily, but just in general.
But what I do want to say is that a lot of people coming from, Zelda. Sorry, I don't know why I find this funny. Zelda, the cartoon made-up character, is a biological woman.
Right. Yeah.
And people had an issue with a trans woman playing that character.
Really?
A few people have online.
Right.
So I was like, okay, right. So then when we look,
so they have an issue about a potential rumour that might not even be true or anything yet.
Well, it's not true.
Right.
It was just a rumour.
Right, okay.
It was just a rumour. It's just because
but
she
it's still ignited loads of people talking about it.
Yeah,
right.
But then to the biggest, amazing, most fabulous thing about the gaming world, and I think this is so, not a well-known thing, the gaming world, gamers are so open and so accepting.
We are, not going to lie, we are.
As a whole.
Yep. If you I've never been to a Comic-Con before, but I have been to a few events in London where they showcase the latest games, and so many people that I've met there, that go in costume and stuff, and we are all like open-minded
Lovely,
people.
down to earth,
yeah,
kind
we're all
people.
I'm a nerd. We're all nerds, and nerds are generally cool people, which sounds like opposite of a nerd and a cool, but nerds are cool. Nerds are cool. I'm well cool.
In your own little way.
I'm super
cool. What I've seen, like a lot of these people who are really invested in the movie that's going to be made, The Legend of Zelda, people who are really invested in video games, it's their sort of main hobby. A lot of the people have been coming to her defense, which I absolutely love, because it's not trans people coming to her defense. It's actual people who are probably going to be the first to see that movie when it comes out.
So people have. Let's pretend it was real. So people have an issue with a trans woman playing a biological woman, a fictional biological video game character.
Well, the people's point was it's taking a job away from a biological woman.
Do you know what? That argument always makes me laugh, because when people say, it's like when people say that about immigrants and stuff, they'll say, oh, they're stealing jobs from us. Nobody's stealing no jobs. And this trans woman would not have been stealing the job from a biological woman.
So she would have been getting it in her own right.
Getting it in her own right. Auditions. You're very familiar with auditions. You've done professional dancing. Alexis has gone for jobs where 200 people have gone for the same job. And generally speaking, when you go for an audition, they choose the person.
Best person for the role.
For the role, yeah.
We've got to also look back, I know it's it is different, but it's similar at the same time. Looking back at things like where people have played gay men who were straight, people who've played trans characters who weren't trans.
Brokeback Mountain, one of the best movies I've ever watched. Amazing
Obviously,
film.
they're both straight men.
Yes.
As far as we all know.
Yeah.
So, and they were playing two gay characters. So, for me, if they're right for the role, they're right for the role. Obviously,
we've discussed this
great,
before.
Yeah, we have. It's great where possible to have, if you have a trans role, because to have a trans person, that's great. And if you to have a gay role, to have a gay person, but
pause, live, work.
It's great where possible, but at the end of the day, these companies, these movie making companies, are there to make money. They want the best person to make the best movie.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, when we go back to certain characters playing certain roles, we're not talking about a biopic of, let's say, for example, Muhammad Ali. You wouldn't have a white character playing him because
he's
not white.
That
obviously is completely completely wrong, and there should be an outrage. But when we're talking about a fictional female character in a video game, which is also fictional,
is it fictional?
It's fictional.
I think it's fictional.
I just think it shouldn't really matter, because it's not a representation of real life. It's not real life. It is in fact.
Of course not.
It's fantasy. You know, it doesn't make sense.
Shall we watch?
Go on.
Some of the reactions.
Yeah, because I feel like we've been talking about, but I need to see what.
Okay.
So these are the positive ones.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. I'm a barring, yeah.
Internet is calling nerds transphobic as Hunter Schafer, who used to be a he, is a she, is getting eyed to portray Zelda in the live-action Legend of Zelda movie. The argument is that one half is saying that this is taking away the job of a biological woman, and the other half is saying that this is perfect casting, that she looks just like Zelda. Now here are my 2 cents. She looks exactly like Zelda. Also, if you didn't tell me that she used to be a he, I would have never thought otherwise. And I guarantee you, the kids that are going to be watching the Legend of Zelda movie, which there will also not tell the difference or care. Additionally, she's not a new actress. She's been performing for quite a while. And if the talent is there, and again, she looks like Zelda, I am all for it. Hunter Schafer would be great representation for the trans community, unlike others that I'm pretty sure they're just doing it for views.
What are your thoughts on that? You agree? Fully?
Yeah, I fully, absolutely agree. Yeah. I mean, honestly, before today, I didn't know who this actress was.
We've not watched Euphoria, but everyone's told us we need to watch Euphoria. Right. I do love Zendaya.
We'll put it on our list. But is that the tennis one?
No. God, you're so old.
I'm not old. She did a tennis film, and it's not that old.
No, Euphoria's like the makeup, and they're in school, and they're doing naughty things.
Naughty things.
Well, I don't
watch it.
Okay.
I like naughty things.
What is this? Does Hunter Schafer resemble the character? Yeah. I'm not blind. Okay, let me get this straight. So y'all went on a year-long campaign against Disney because they race swapped The Little Mermaid. Y'all went on a crusade against How to Train Your Dragon, even though the actress looks exactly like Astrid in the face, but because she didn't have the blonde hair from the cartoon, it was the problem. Y'all said The Last of Us show was unwatchable because Bella Ramsey wasn't an exact one-to-one replica of Ellie. But now that we have an exact one-to-one replica, like literally a perfect casting sent from heaven of Princess Zelda, it's a problem because she wasn't born a woman. I live in the dumbest timeline. The craziest part is there are no reports even saying that Hunter Schafer is being casted as Zelda. Only reports saying that she's in consideration. And we have people getting on here making 3-minute think pieces about, oh, how it's not accurate and how it wouldn't work. Accurate? Wait till y'all find out Zelda isn't even human. Zelda's an elf. But in all actuality, these people don't actually care about accuracy. Most of these people have never even played a Zelda game or don't even care about Zelda as a franchise. They're just trying to push a narrative. Like my boy DQ Roman made a great point. He said by using their logic, well, if she can't be cast as Princess Zelda because she wasn't born a woman, well, can she be cast as Link? Because from where I'm standing, she could be cast as either or, especially when Link was dressing like this in the game.
True. Do you know what? Straight away, I'm going to go about this whole Last of Us debate. So,
if you've not seen it, it's a really good show, by the way.
Amazing. I've played the video game. I love the video game. I'm watching the series.
Which we need to watch still. It's on our list.
Series 1. So we've watched Series 1.
No, we need to watch Series 2.
We do need to watch Series 2, but I've watched Series 1, and I watched Series 1 after playing the video game, and I only recently played the video game, so it was fresh in my mind, and playing the game and then going straight into the series, I couldn't believe how reflective of the game the series was, and yes, Ella...
Yeah, you said it was like almost frame by frame,
yeah,
didn't you?
Literally, and Ellie,
I remember you saying that.
Yeah,
Bella Ramsey.
No, her character's called Ellie.
Ellie, oh, sorry, I thought you were saying Bella Ramsey. Sorry, my bad.
Honestly.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, so yeah, Bella doesn't look like Ellie. She doesn't. However, she encompasses who Ellie is and plays her character fantastically. Like in the series, she really does nail the character. And yes, she doesn't look identical to her, but are we casting people on just their looks, or should we cast on talent? And the whole point in acting, the act of acting, is you are pretending to be somebody else that you're not.
Yeah.
You are showing a talent to make people believe you can be another character than the character that you are in your life.
I love how passionate.
No, because it don't make sense. It's a talent. Like if we just cast people on the way they look, nobody'd be winning no Oscars anymore. There'd be no talent shows anymore because like you look the part, you've got the job. But if you can't act, guys, if you've ever watched a film or a TV program, we do it all the time. We're watching a program and there'll be people in that can't act, and it takes you out of the moment, doesn't it? And we're sat there and we're like, this is really bad.
Well. So just kind of finishing off the point on this. So unfortunately, she won't be playing Zelda. It was just a rumor,
which is very sad.
It is sad, but she looks so much like her. You never know, but. I think it's been confirmed she's not in the running for Zelda. However, this is you genuinely might interest you.
Okay.
Hunter Schafer. Wait, I've got an ad. Oh, Hunter. I'll screenshot it for you. Maybe.
Okay.
Hunter Schafer won't be Zelda, but she might be joining the MCU.
Oh,
and at first
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
At first I was like, what's the MCU? And then I worked it out.
Well, Alexis, before she met me, she was not remotely into like anything like that, were you? Cinematic, like Marvel. You weren't into like John Wick and that kind of films. And I got you to watch Captain Marvel, didn't I? The first one. It was actually one of the later ones, but it was the first in the timeline at the time.
Was amazing,
and you loved it, didn't you?
Yeah.
And ever since then, we've watched you've been really into your Marvel films, haven't you?
Yeah.
Unless, you've been into Marvel films that have a good female.
I love a strong female lead. When there's a strong female lead, whatever the movie, I'm sold.
You look Black Widow.
Absolutely amazing.
I really enjoyed that.
Right, you ready? So,
yes.
The rumours for Zelda are proving to be untrue. Sources are now saying she might be up for a role in the Marvel Universe. It could be that the rumours she's up to be is the new Mystique in the X-Men reboot are true after all, despite her playing coy on former red carpets. Or maybe she's being considered for something else entirely.
That'd be interesting. So Rogue, if you don't know who Rogue is, do you know who Rogue is from X-Men?
Who's Rogue? I didn't say Rogue.
Did you know
Mystique?
Oh, so if you don't know who Mystique is from X-Men, she's the
blue one. I know.
I've
seen the original X-Men with Hugh
Jackman as Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman, yeah. Oh, he's a nice man.
He's a very nice man.
Sorry. Can't believe I just said that.
It's all right. I'll give you a free pass for Hugh Jackman and Pedro. Yeah,
okay.
Pedro.
Why have you not got any?
I have Pedro.
You do? Oh, you like Pedro too?
I do, Pedro. I'd like him, yeah. Maybe he might be into a little bit of a throuple. What do you think?
Anyway, moving on.
Did you see him in that black top?
Yes, with his arms out.
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Stop it.
Daddy. What? Anyway,
moving on to the next topic. So we were only planning on talking about Zelda, but we thought we'd just do like a bit of a life update as well.
Well,
so...
it does actually kind of go into the acting theme of
do you know what? Yes, it does actually. So we've recently had some headshots done, which is super exciting.
I'll pop a couple of them on screen here. Yeah,
we've signed to an agency.
We've signed to an agent,
which is really crazy. So where this stemmed from, I made a TikTok a while ago. I used to be a dancer. For any, if you don't know, I have mentioned it about 400 million times before.
Maybe like 500 million.
But I retired from dancing because that world was no longer for me. I didn't really fit in it. I couldn't find a place for me, and I wanted to focus on my transition. Fast forward 4 years. I miss it.
You miss that kind of performing world, don't you?
Yeah, which I do think being on camera and talking, like I think that does.
I think it's reignited it for you.
It does, yeah. But I made a TikTok. A lovely woman reached out to me who's a casting agency, and asked if I'd like to be on her books, which I said yes.
She already followed both. She already followed Alexis, and then when you obviously put that video out, saying you'd love to kind of try to dive back into that world, she reached out, didn't she?
Anyway, we had to get some professional acting headshots for this.
Why did we have to get some though, Alexis?
Because you mentioned on the Zoom call to her that you were kind of interested, and she said, let's talk about it. You spoke about it, and now you're with her as well.
So we enjoy our life, and we are really busy, and we both got normal jobs, and we both do social media. But like Alexis, I'm also kind of itching for a little bit something different, a new challenge, as it were. Like my challenge for the past 2 years is getting confident on camera. If you go back to my original TikToks,
were both different. Though.
Yeah, we were, but you, Alexis, you obviously grasped it quicker than I did because you come from that kind of background. You've done acting before, you've done those kind of things, whereas I haven't. And I do enjoy being on camera now, and my confidence has, increased a lot. And I jokingly said to our agent, who at the time wasn't my agent, I said, I think I'd like to maybe have a little dabble in that area, like commercials or that kind of thing. Anyway, long story short, she said, you know what? I've watched a lot of your videos and I think there's potentially something there. So she signed us both on, did our agent.
She did. We got the headshots. I'm guessing you're going to be putting them on the screen as we've been talking.
Yeah, I'll pop some headshots up of us
Lots
both.
of different styles. We got some couple shots. It was a really fun day. The lovely photographer was Claire Rogan Photography. She was amazing. She made us feel so comfortable. It was a fun day, wasn't it?
She was amazing,
I enjoyed it.
and she used to do acting and stuff. And
she was telling us some good, interesting stories.
We had a really good day. And normally when I have done photo shoots before or done little things like that, it's always been like a bit impersonal and a bit like stand here, do this.
She was so kind.
She were amazing, and the photos, the photos speak for themselves, don't they?
Well, obviously now we have to do the auditioning part, sending off self-tapes, so we'll see if anything comes from it. You never know, it's fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, you might see us on EastEnders yet.
Oh, can you
imagine? But we since doing all that, we've both actually done a casting, haven't we? So you applied for something. We can't actually disclose what it is because usually they're NDAs, but we both auditioned for a part in a commercial.
Yet, by the way?
I've not found out anything.
I didn't get mine, which is fine.
I've not found out about mine yet. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes
a lot
you
of the
won't.
time, that's the thing that I had to learn when I went into that world. It's a lot of no's before it's a yes. So I sort of now I have the mindset of do the audition, then it's done. And then if something comes back for later on, then that's really good.
That's what I said to myself. I said, I've auditioned for it now. I've sent off my tapes. If anything, the very least, it's experience. And my agent, our agent, she was happy with my tape, and she said, look, here's a few notes, and I took those notes. And actually, what she said was things I thought about. When I sent it, and I was like, I could have done this a bit. Yeah. But no, we're excited. Hopefully, the next 12 months. It's going to be interesting. You've got a few television shows that she's applied for. And you can't, what they're called? What do you call them shows? Contestant shows. What they're called?
Well, we're not going to give too much away here because we're still in. We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
It's still exciting because you've applied for it.
Nothing might happen.
Well, don't matter.
They reached out and asked.
Do you know what it is?
I didn't just start randomly applying for all these shows.
We're just giving a little life update, and that's what's happened, isn't it?
But everything else is good. It's good. Obviously, the wedding's coming up. My flowers are done. Super excited.
Yeah. The new hot tub's coming today because the other one broke.
It did. Other than that, though. Everything's good. One thing I do want to ask, if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask us about your life, our relationship,
I'll pop the email here.
This is the email. Please, of course, send them in. Let us know your thoughts as well on the whole Zelda thing. Like, I know there's a lot of nuance with it, and we haven't fully touched upon the nuance. Now, I do understand a little bit of both sides, but I think ultimately whoever's right for the role is right for the role.
I think a lot of the time, though, there is a lot of talent out there, and it's hard.
Oh my gosh,
the
industry is so saturated for performers.
It is.
So saturated.
There are specific, like, we've just watched an amazing show, haven't we, on ITVX,
Code of Silence.
Code of Silence. And the main actor in that, she's deaf, and she was actually born deaf. And it were amazing. We loved it. And like, she had a on-screen mum and her on-screen, I won't spoil the story, but there was another character that she was close to, and they were all deaf. And when they were communicating together, there were moments where it might last for a minute at a time, where effectively you're watching this show, but there is no sound, but they're all signing. And yet they were still able to bring the drama, bring the suspense, and it's amazing. And obviously, if you have like an actress who's deaf, or an actor who's deaf, and they're going for certain roles, there will be a certain, I suppose, segregation as to what they can go for. Because if the advert or the film is wanting someone of hearing, then unfortunately, automatically they are going to be. But then on the flip
side of that, like being trans, and I have that like visible on my like actor's profile and stuff, that might help me in some sense. So we don't know, but. Anyway, let us know what you think about the whole Zelda thing below, and Hunter Schafer. And thank you so much for watching, as always.
If you do enjoy this kind of content, please like, subscribe, and tick that notification bell for notifications that may
or may not appear on your screen. Thank you so much for joining us today, visually or listening, or however you've been here.
And until next time.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.